Today's guest is someone you've definitely seen on your feed and maybe even swiped right on. Meet Stefan Pierre, famously known as the most right-swiped man on Tinder. With his charm, wit and authenticity, he's gone from online dating sensation to influential social media personality and now upcoming music artist. He's used his platform to build a successful company in the UK, helping brands and businesses grow through the power of social media marketing and personal branding. We talk about his rise to fame, the realities behind the online persona, and how to stay authentic in a swipe-driven world. Expect humour, honesty, and a peek into how Stefan is shaping both dating culture and the business of influence and building his music career.
Yeah, come on,
Stefan,
man.
bro.
That was a big intro, man.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
had to.
No,
had
nice
to.
one, man. That's
Had
full
to.
respect to that. Can't
Love that.
complain with that intro.
Thanks, bro. But with Speakeasy, we've always had people from the nightlife scene, events. We've had people from festivals. But with you, it's something new. But it's also great to hear about your music career coming up.
Yeah, thank you, man.
And it'd be good to know how you got into the world of the Tinder and being the most swiped man as well. Tell us a bit more about it if you can.
Yeah. So it was back end of 2016.
Yeah.
I got an email from Tinder just saying, look, you're one of the most fancied people in the world. Thought it was some kind of joke. I obviously had to verify that.
Yeah.
So I think we organised at the time, it was Skype, not even Zoom, it was
Oh,
Skype back
okay,
then.
okay.
Yeah. So I've gone on there, it was like a couple of days later, and then you know when you got to turn on your camera now there, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Like proper American accent. I was like, what? This is real. In the back they had like the Tinder lanyard, like the metal one and that. I was like, wow, this is real. This is not like a joke or a Mickey Mouse thing. So we got talking now, and they said, oh, well, you're gonna accept the fact that this is what's happening. I was like, yeah, of course. So then they sent all my family like the checks, you know, like the CRB checks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'd done that. Then they flew me. I was working in Ireland at the time, modelling, Dublin. And then they flew me back to London for an interview, Cosmopolitan, all the journalists, and I'd done a shoot there. And then I flew back to Ireland to finish off the job I was on. I remember getting home after Christmas, January 2017, and I remember going to my mum's house in Margate, and I remember my phone was charged, and I turned my phone, it was on. So in the morning, it was off. I was like, my phone was fully charged.
Yeah.
Right, so I plugged it in now, my phone blew up. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. Like people send me videos of people looking at me on the train, BBC News, it was everywhere. Like worldwide viral. My phone died through the night. Yeah, so that was the beginning of a madness, really.
Oh, wow. Because like I've known you from the nightlife scene, embassy days and stuff.
Yeah.
But I also realised that you were kind of promoting, but you're also building up your brand at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, did you feel like you met like great contacts from back in the days and you still use them now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I was always modelling. I was a toy demonstrator in Hamleys.
Yeah.
So I had quite a lot of energy. I was really good at talking to people, the mums, the dads, the grands, the kids, everyone, getting them to buy. I invented a little toy. It was like a flying saucer thing. I sort of worked with the makers and got it more durable. I used to listen to what clients wanted, and I made this product. It was like LED. It was like a remote control, one dial, not like complicated to use, and it was like flexible, USB charged, so kids could throw it, smash it, and it was a really good seller. So yeah, that's where it started. And I used to go out because it was stressful days. I used to go out with you guys, and obviously I was quite popular from the modelling as well. I used to work in Abercrombie and Fitch, so I used to bring the models through, and then I noticed I built my network up from partying, really. Like it's funny because most of the stuff I do now, like it goes back to them days. I don't regret any of it. Like, not at all.
Amazing.
Yeah.
No, we see that a lot. Like a lot of people are doing amazing things in their careers now. Outside of nightlife and hospitality. Started off building their networks early in London or different cities and
100%.
and stuff. So it's great to see how that's still serving you today,
No,
and you're still helping people in the game.
Oh yeah, always giving back as well, man.
That's good,
it's
man.
Important.
That's wicked. Like,
I remember your parties.
Oh, yeah.
Explicit Touch, wow. No, these parties are crazy, man. Like
when we were
Bond
younger.
Clubs. We used to party with Lewis Hamilton, Nicole.
Yes.
You know, all the end of Talisa. Everyone was at them parties. Man. It was amazing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Lewis Hamilton. He came down
Lewis
a few
Hamilton
times.
studio album. We was on the dance floor, bro.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
But them days, I felt like, a celebrity walking into a venue wasn't really a big deal.
Nah.
It was just like, all right, he's out with us. This guy's out with us.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you don't really see them out anymore.
Not
it seems like all just disappeared, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a crazy space.
Yeah.
I think our generation grew with that. Now it's all online, isn't it? It's all about streaming. You know, you got all the major platforms streaming stuff now. So yeah, it's all gone from that space into that space. So yeah, we've got to transit with it. Really.
Okay, wicked.
Yeah.
So let's go back to like your Tinder days. Like, how did that affect? Were you like hot property across the dating apps, and what was it like in real life going around?
Yeah. So I was always on TV anyway.
Yeah.
I'm on TV show number 14 now. So I've done 14 reality TV shows. I know I sound like I'm jack of all trades, but I got into acting recently as well. So I filmed last year. I filmed 2 Netflix films. So they come out end of the year, which is nice. But so like I'm saying, I've always been in that limelight. But when I went in 2017, when this went viral, that was when obviously I've worked with Burberry, Dior, Gucci, Lyland Scott. You know, all the big brands. But when this went viral in the news, in the newspapers, this was different. This was different. So what I've done is I monetized it. I became a love coach. So instead of people going, oh, you're the most swipe man, you're a slag, you're this, you're that, which isn't true. I actually became a love coach, and I started giving back and advising couples and men and women on how to use dating apps properly. You know, what pictures to use, what to write in your bio, what approach, what closes. And it became really successful. And then I started up a company called Celebrity Love Coach.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember?
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so it started off with people messaging me off Instagram saying, oh, mate, like not a lot of guys, they were like, bro, I want a good profile. You know, so I started saying, give me £20 because it's going to cost me an hour of my time. Yeah. It wasn't really about the money. So they would send me £20 and then I'd sort of change their bios. I'd edit their pictures. I'd say, take that picture out, do this picture. I'd ask them, like, who are you trying to attract? So then I'd make sure the pictures sort of was in line with who they wanted to attract. And I would write a bio for them. And then I'd help them. They would screenshot me like the conversations. And I would sort of, this is before ChatGPT, by the way. So then I used to be like
Hitch.
I was like the modern day Hitch. I was literally like the modern day Hitch.
Oh wow!
And it was becoming so. One guy was telling their others, and it became quite popular. At one stage, I had like 65 people asking me to help them. So that's I started Celebrity Love Coach. And it's an online-based subscription service where I help people in like mass groups on Zoom and stuff like that. And then I started building a team around it as well. So it's kind of on hold at the minute, but I'm looking to sort of like scale that up. Go around the country, put on speed dating events, have like Paul Bronson come down from Celebs Go Dating. He's looking to talk. We've got Nadia Essex, loads of dating experts that want to join me on this venture. So
that's wicked.
That's Celebrity Love Coach. That's coming soon as well.
Because it's helping with men's confidence, especially trying to say, look, I'm really like this girl, but I don't really want to mess it up. Basically, what do you advise me? That's wicked.
And also because I work in fashion, I'd be like, look, I can even be like, look, you should go on this website, have a look at this. You know, even my stuff, I always tag what I wear, the brands I wear as well. So people are actually... They order the stuff I wear. So it's a whole 360, you know. They get their online social media. When they actually meet the person, I help them from there as well. Get them dressed up. It's like... That's it. I thought a TV show.
100%.
It's so interesting though, because I remember another guest we had on who's a promoter, and he was saying like it really bugs him that when he's in a club, you know, on a table, what will happen is the boys will be like, oh, can you go and get some girls on the table? You know, and that's where when I think about your service and what you're doing now, trying to give that confidence back to young men and help them feel confident to go and like approach someone that they like or they're attracted to, and because that's character building.
Absolutely.
You know, it can help in so much of your life. So it's great. That's great.
I mean, some companies and brands and venues, they still use me. They're like, because they know if I come down, I'm going to bring good characters. Good people, whether they're female or males. Whether it's in business or in the fashion industry. So yeah, like for example, I'm always in Sheesh, you know, Dylan says come down, I bring all my circle, and it's a good, very good evening with lovely food.
Okay, that's wicked, man.
You need that invite.
You're there next time. I love it. There for my birthday.
Wicked.
Yeah, I think what's interesting, one of the big things that drove me and Julian to create the show was about like showcasing entrepreneurship and inspiring others, and it's so interesting that along the journey from like the embassy days when you and Julian were working together, you know, It sounds like
Gilgamesh.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
They still email me.
Oh, really?
They've got one in Covent Garden or something.
Oh, gosh.
But it sounds like you're constantly thinking about how can I sort of turn the right now into like a future business. Constantly. Is that something you think deeply about and strategize about, or does it come quite naturally to you?
Yeah, so like me, I'm definitely on the spectrum of ADHD. So when I start something, one problem I've always had is I never finish it. So I've had to come up with a solution and then be like, I don't. For example, I find it really hard to be in an office every day and do the same thing every day. I like doing different things, so I like building teams up in that thing, so I can dip in and out of it when I choose. You know what I mean? So like, I'm like a big fan of fashion, big fan of music, aviation, and dating. So my idea was to build these things and then scale them up, but have teams that I can just monetize. Basically.
Yeah.
Right. So you can stay creative in all of those businesses and industries, but not have to get run down. Exactly. And less creative in the day to day. That makes a lot of sense.
That's basically what it is.
Oh, that's wicked.
So it's about building teams, and I'm a good team builder.
Oh, wicked.
Amazing. Well, I want to sort of go back to sort of the title, most like Tinder. Obviously, what comes with that is actually going in real world dates.
Yeah, okay.
So like,
see where we're going here.
But like, could you talk to us a little bit about sort of some of your favorite spots you would take dates on? And is there any like memorable, funny moments? The world's quite a serious place at the moment.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah.
If you've got any funny stories of dating, we'd love to hear them.
Funny boy, I don't know if we can even go there, man. There was a lot of stuff that happened in the press recently with a very famous TV presenter. She was just a friend, but that exploded. But I don't want to talk too much about that anyway.
Okay.
But in terms of places to go, I'd say, I do things like go down Thames Rockets, down the River Thames. It's a fantastic place for a date. You're not watching. Like, I find when people go to the cinema, for example, it's not the best place for a date. I don't know why people do that. You can't speak because if you speak, someone's going to shout at you. You can't really see them. You know what I mean? It's like the worst place for a date. So Thames Rockets, a speedboat, go down the Thames. It's an hour. They give you a tour of London. Like, it's so interesting. And then you can sort of like be like, oh, I remember going there when I was young. Like, that half an hour where you're going towards Tower Bridge is a very good conversation builder because it points out a lot of landmarks, and someone's always got a story about one of the landmarks. But then when it gets past East London, there's a police station, River Police Station. It belts it down the Thames. You think you're on 007 James Bond. You're jumping over the waves, and you got the music dun 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 dun. And so for a date, I think that's one of my favourite date spots.
Wow.
Excursions like that. Yeah, man.
Brilliant. And when like the celeb business that you built around dating, do you give advice there on stuff like where people should take dates and stuff like that as well?
Yeah. Always. Like, I always say the same thing. So like, I like restaurants. I think restaurants are a good place to go. Sometimes women don't like eating in front of guys. You got to sort of work that out beforehand, whether you go for drinks or food. I'm a fun person. I go like Fort Park. I've done that a few times. I'm a fun guy. I don't take things too seriously. And also, I want my partner to be on the same level as me. You know what I mean? Right. So if you start off fun, then it can only get better, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right, some good advice there.
Yeah, man.
Just sort of thinking about your rise and your brand over the years.
Yeah.
Stuff. It's been really heavily tied to digital, social and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Like, obviously we talk to a lot of club owners and bar owners and people in the nightlife industry, and it's not easy for them at the moment. Like, what do you think they're doing right or wrong in this sort of more digital world that's sort of helping them either be successful or actually people not being successful? Do you think they're missing something in terms of that connection digitally with people who want to party and go out?
Yeah, so I think especially in the festivals and the music scene, I've noticed that there's a lot of streaming going on while there's events, and people are actually going down for the streaming, not the event. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because they want to be like part of the stream and not actually present, which I find is weird. So I think the most successful events at the moment are the ones that are streamed. Yeah. And I think they're like what you're saying, fitness. Yeah. Like implementing fitness into like music works. People are like the new generation don't even drink alcohol. Yeah, they're very like they're very focused on health and fitness at the minute. So yeah, I think there's a transition, but I think going back to your question. Events need to have some sort of meaning, implement sports, implement streaming of some sort. Yeah. And that's what's working at the moment. People aren't just going out to get drunk anymore.
No.
So true.
Yeah. They want to add something they want to know, they want a reason.
Yeah, they want a reason.
And then you have to give them a reason. That's why pubs are complaining. Why am I not opening the doors and people coming in? Yeah. No, you got to do a pub with something in it.
Yeah. Do speed dating, bring the people back together, because I find after lockdown, a lot of things changed. And I think lockdown reprogrammed people to like being at home, going to your friend's house, you know, like eating food at your mates, just get a takeaway in or whatever. But even a lot of restaurants have closed down just because people aren't going to restaurants anymore. They'll rather sit there on TikTok eating with their mates than being there in person. It's insane.
Wild, ain't it?
Yes.
Do you know what? It's funny. I sort of do a bunch of investing, and one of the things I see a lot of in hospitality is some of the experience-based businesses are flying. Yeah. You know, swingers, light club,
the new snooker thing now. Going
pitch.
Off.
The one in the O2. There's this football one.
Oh, Toka Social.
These businesses are blowing, and they're making a lot of profit. You've got the drinking element, you've got the food element, and then you're then paying to do the activity.
Yeah. Even there's games, isn't it? Like people are going back to old Street Fighters and all of that stuff.
So it's so interesting you talk about that experience, people wanting an experience. Because, you know, I know some of the nightlife pubs and stuff are having a harder time, but actually some of these experience-based businesses are making a lot of money and providing a lot of fun for people, which is great.
For example, Lee, I went into a pub the other day and it said on the window snooker and table tennis. I've gone to the bar. I was like, "Oh, where's your snooker?" We don't have it anymore. I was like, "Right, I'm leaving."
You're leaving. You're not interested.
I didn't want to stay. Nice pub as well, but I was so fuming that there was no like table tennis or the snooker that I saw in the window. So people are looking for experiences, which is a good thing.
I went to a bar recently, and it's quite local to me. And I've been probably going to that place for over a year now. And then I just wandered upstairs. And there was darts, there was pool tables up there. I'm thinking, but they didn't advertise it.
They didn't advertise. That's a no-brainer.
You're missing out here, because if I knew that, we probably would have gone there a bit more often, and probably took some of my friends there, you know. But it's just weird how sometimes they advertise it and it doesn't exist. And then some people are not doing the advertising well enough.
I love games, man, especially because I was basically the only child, you know, grew up by myself. I got a sister, but she's 50.
Okay.
I'm 35. Right. So there's a big age gap. So I was always, I never had anyone to play cards with, games and all that. So these things now, like when I met my cousin, I used to play PlayStation, N64, Mario Kart and all that. And I really love it now still. You know? So these places, I'm a big lover of these activities. Places.
Okay,
I love it. I've got another question. Sorry, I'm going to go keep back to Tinder and the dating scene. But like, one of the things that I've heard a lot of people who come on the show talk about is the fact that, you know, and I don't necessarily agree with this, but it's kind of like nightlife's dead, or, you know, it's there's a struggle. And actually, what people have said is Tinder, Match, dating apps, social media has killed nightlife, because suddenly you don't need to go out to necessarily find a partner anymore.
Oh, right. That's a good perspective.
You know, I would love to understand your views on that, because it's a statement we've heard time and time again.
Do you know what? I went on this morning, ITV this morning, with Alison Hammond, probably about a year ago now, and they asked the same question. And it's quite interesting, because that's why Celebrity Love Coach is going to be quite popular, because it's bringing the people back together again. Like, again, after lockdown, like I said, it was house party. People was on there drinking wine and that, like, and it felt like you was there. It was so real. I couldn't understand how this app actually got rid of this feeling of being alone. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like, that sort of lockdown definitely moved people's mindset, like into dating apps and stuff like that, for them to think that they're with people. So that's why you need to do these experiences and have events like you do, Julian. Bring the people back together. Do speed dating, whatever it might be. Not even dating. It could just be like games, doing
painting,
painting, paint. You done that painting. You done one. All of this stuff is amazing, and I think people really, really enjoy it. Bringing people together. So I think dating apps might have killed something, but I think my job in the industry is to sort of bring everyone back together again.
That's wicked.
Whether it's through music, whether it's through live events, whether it's through social media, whatever it is, but try and bring people, put events on, put festivals on and stuff like that, and collaborate with people that do it well.
Totally. You talked a bit about like music. Obviously, we know that you're moving into the music industry and stuff. So, like, talk to us about your favourite place to party. In the world, where you've had a good time. Is there any one venue that you can sort of touch on that's been one of your favourites?
Yeah, we'll always go back to Mahiki, you know.
On a Monday or Friday?
It was a Monday because I remember coming out of Abercrombie and Fitch, and it was like an Abercrombie party. But that place has a special part of me, and I remember I put my Swipe Right when I made my first song, called Swipe Right. Yeah, that's where it was, and I remember the team there were like, we've never had a better party than this ever, and it made me feel so good because that was my favorite. You know, just the atmosphere, a bit like Gilgamesh, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
that is like very tropical. Yeah, you know, they had the fishbowl, the treasure chest. Yeah. Just everything about it, the music, the people there. It just brought some special moments to me. You know, like that's also where there was a Tinder party once. You know, and I'm like, I'm trying to put two together and think, hold on, like, that was my favourite venue. I met like Tinder owners there one time.
Oh, no way.
I met Tinder owners there before as well. So I'm like, there's something in the air here, you know? But yeah, I love Mahiki. It's a shame it's not around anymore. I think the group's still around.
The group's still around. It's got a new name now called Taboo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's not the same though.
Not the same.
It's still popular. The venue's busy, but it will never have that Mahiki feel. Because Mahiki had Rihanna. You had all the celebrities going in and out there all the time. Yeah. So it did have a strong like promotional appearance.
Yeah.
But like.
So I think something.
Great shout.
Yeah.
Great shout. Yeah. Not had that one, you know.
What, Mahiki?
I feel like we haven't had that one come up.
Oh no, that's a Nick House venue. That's a very classic venue. It was brilliant.
Yeah, great place.
With all your like your social media following, and how you built like such a strong network in the nightlife scene, a lot of people like struggle to use their social media following to actually build the brand. Yeah. And especially in the nightlife scene as well, people are struggling to see, which direction do we go? Yeah. Like, what advice would you give to people who have a social media following, but I also want to build a brand within the nightlife industry?
Yes, that's a good question, Julian. So I think as a social media expert myself, I would definitely go. So you got to find out your niche, right? So I've seen a lot of promoters. They're doing running clubs. And I'm like, at first it was hard to get my head around, but actually, it actually makes sense. And they're so successful. Like people are going out on Sundays when I was absolutely hungover, and they're running around Hyde Park. And I'm looking on Instagram, and there's like 30 of them. And I'm like, wow, how do you go from drinking a whole Magnum bottle every night? To running around Hyde Park on a Sunday morning at 8 a.m. It's mental. So finding your niche, bringing people back together like we said before, is important. And just doing things out the box really. I think when you've got a good team, like good people around you, just finding ways to bring them together, whether it's going out for food or just growing it, you know. And I think people are monetizing things now, which is nice. You know, they're making web pages, which you can do easily with AI. You can bring a web page up in 2 hours now, buy a domain name. You know, make a running club, do your cooking clubs, do whatever it is, get people to subscribe, and then monetize that going forward. Get sponsors in, you know what I mean, and then everyone can live and earn. Stream it. Yeah, people want to see your like what route you're gonna take tomorrow. You know what I mean? People like watching this stuff.
We were talking off camera, weren't we, about like there's certain events, I won't name them, but they're making more money off the streaming and the social media side than they're actually making off the physical events, which is such an interesting point. And I love what you're saying. It's like action. Like monetize all these different things.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I'd advise to promoters. Nice.
Because like when we used to go out and stuff, and we used to see these great events and so on, and then we try and compare it to what's going on now. What do you think's actually missing? What do you think nightlife industry needs to kind of wake it up a bit?
Yes, funny. It's I said,
from a customer point of view.
Right, so I go to a lot of events. Right, being in the limelight, I get invited to a lot of events from PR. Right? People ask me like, where do you go out? I actually. I freeze. I'm like, what club have I actually been to? I haven't. I go to events, I go to bars, I go to restaurants. And I go to restaurants because I enjoy the food, I enjoy the people, the way they dress. You know, they got live music there. I like concerts and watching people perform now. Like, I love that. You know when like an artist used to come over, and the cues were mental, that sort of thing. But yeah, I feel like there needs to be more of that.
So a bit more of like celebrity events, big party, like live shows, after parties or so. Yeah.
And also I found that, you know, when there's like little corners and spots and you can do activities like, because like when if I go to a perfume event, they'll have different stations where there might be like a roulette table. You have to play the game, you win a perfume. You know, a little mini golf in that corner. Like you're active. You're not just sitting there showing off or like trying to look cool. It's all about doing stuff, like growing your brain, like doing things. So yeah, I like these kind of events where you're actually going to stations and doing things. Yeah, they work well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we have got a round called the quick fire round.
Oh yeah.
That is never ever quick, and I feel like with the stories you may have, this might not be very quick either. Right. So buckle up.
Okay.
But no, obviously you talked a bit about events and going to a lot of sort of events where people in the limelight are there. Like, who's the biggest party animal that you've seen at like a nightclub or one of the events you've been at from a celebrity or influencer perspective over the years?
Oh my gosh.
You got a list.
Oh man. Who would that be? I've been to some crazy parties. I don't even remember.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna be saying you.
Yeah. People said I was pretty crazy growing up, but I don't think I was.
No,
I don't think I was. But it's quite hard actually. I don't want to name too many names, to be honest, because they'll be listening. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I know a couple. Let's say like a couple of the Georgie Shore lot that I know are pretty. They're pretty hardcore. But I tell you, they know how to party though.
Yeah.
And they're super popular.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they're like trying to get attention and anything. Like they generally have fun. Like they like, and people love their energy. The energy that these people bring, man. It's just it's immense. But I feel like even that's dying out. People are like dying to go out and get that energy. People are not the same anymore.
No.
I look around and people just standing there. They're just standing, not having fun. They're not smiling. They got a drink in their hand, and then you got guys. They're just like looking at other guys. They want to. Their ego is so big. They want to feel bigger than the other. I mean, why don't you just go up to him and give him a cuddle, man? You know what I mean?
Like work together, really.
Find out what he does. Like maybe you can do business together. Like saying, why are you looking at him? Yeah, he's a good-looking guy, but why are you gonna make him feel like that?
That's the point.
Spread love, man.
Spread the love. Yeah,
I like that. All right, excellent.
Was that meant to be quick? Was that quick enough?
No. You're good. You're good. Obviously, some influencers, celebrities get a bit of a bad rap, but we've met so many over the years at different nights, and there's some lovely people out there.
Yeah.
You know, so like, talk to us a bit. Some of the nicest people you've met at events or nights out.
Yeah. So obviously, being in the TV world, I meet, you know, it's going to these events, I meet a lot of the shows, and it's quite funny to see like their personalities. What people like, all the Love Island lot, for example. Like for some reason, maybe because I'm the most swiped man on Tinder and I'm a model, I'm always in events with the Love Islanders. So like a load of my mates now are on Love Island.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you hear someone else's perspective on my mate, and I know them in real life. Like you've got that completely wrong, you know. And what people got to remember is like TV's edited as well.
That's right.
So like they could have asked them a question because I've done it. Right? They ask you a question, but then they will cut it and chop it and put that question into another scenario, and people see it as you're a horrible person or whatever. Right. So
because the power is in the producer's hand. Editor's like the main guy.
Well, no one will watch it if there was no hype. You know, it's all about, you know, rows, sex, and all the rest. That's what people like to watch. But then they complain when they're manipulated to do that. Like, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Hence why newspapers and news is bad news.
We
all moan about it. Where's the positivity? But that's what sells papers.
That's right.
And do you know what though? Funny enough, like what I do, I'm one of the only people in the limelight that make positive press all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I always like talk about dating. I give dating tips at Valentine's Day. I do things, and it's really hard to get in the press talking positively. And so I'm one of the few people that can do that. Yeah.
100%.
You've done a good job of swerving some names here. I'm going to give you some credit. No wonder you run a marketing agency. So one that usually means that couch becomes a therapy couch for people. But like, there's also a lot of dickheads.
Yeah, for sure.
Out there in the scene, from influencers to celebs to sports people. Like, over the years, anybody who's just rude or like disrespectful over the years that you've come across?
Do you know what? I think a lot of the younger lot, they earn too much money. They got a big following. They got millions of followers on TikTok now. They've like, for me, I struggle on TikTok. I do lives, but I struggle to get views. Yeah. Which I don't. And then you get like these 18-year-olds, they're getting like 2 million, 3 million views. They're getting brand deals for 10, 20K. They're getting Ferraris, they're getting Lamborghinis, they're getting houses. Because, they're doing crypto. So like, they know how to manipulate
the scene,
the market. So they got a lot of disposable cash, and then they've got the ego with it as well. Right? So these people really piss me off. Because I work hard for my shit. And then they've just come up, they've like busted quick 100K here, like for doing their little stuff, and it's not their fault either.
No.
So, but if anyone was to annoy me in the industry, it would be these guys.
I hear you. Alive or dead?
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you would love to party with that you haven't so far?
Alive or dead? Oh, it's a hard one, actually. Probably, I think Will Smith. I'd like to party with Will Smith.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
the real hitch.
These guys never come out.
No, never.
Mr. Bean, I'd like to party with him as well. Just to crack a couple of jokes.
Why not?
Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be an interesting group on a night out.
I would love him to not even talk, just that. And it's funny though, because sometimes, you know, when you meet people and they don't talk, and you're like, wow, they're so weird, they don't talk. When you think about it, sometimes it's better.
Don't talk, No, the manager said, please don't talk.
Please
keep yourself silent. Don't say anything.
Absolutely.
100%.
Oh, I love that. Will Smith, the hitch.
That's the modern day hitch. I'd love to have a conversation. Do you know what? I met him. Aladdin premiere.
Okay.
Yeah, I met him there probably about, when was it? Long time ago. About 5, 6
something
years.
like that.
Yeah, I met him, but didn't really get to talk to him too much. But I'd love to be in a room.
Of course.
That guy's a genius.
Totally.
He's done well.
Totally. Right, so going back to dating, surprise.
Oh, and Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Yeah, I know
100%.
everyone says he's mad, right?
100%.
But I'd love to just see how his brain works.
100%.
That's definitely an interesting night out.
There's
definitely going to be some news going on with that one.
Course.
I was on stage with him at Brits.
Yeah.
In 2016.
Were you there with the Flame?
Yeah, all day. That one.
Wow.
Skepta and that.
Skepta. So you got the call?
Yeah. I was on stage. 2016.
Well, how many of you? It's about 100.
There's a lot.
He got all the dudes from the ends to come down.
I had a hood up and that. I was like, but I got a bug for music from that.
Okay.
Because I was on stage at the O2 Arena looking at, I don't know how many people.
20,000.
20,000 people with lights, and I was like, I wish this was me, bro.
That song. All day.
All day. Yeah.
Oh, that was wicked.
They bleeped out. They bleeped the whole. We done rehearsals all day. And they bleeped out.
Bleeped all of it out.
Song.
I love it. So you talked about dinner. Restaurants being a good place to take dates. Yeah. Who would be your ultimate dinner date?
Oh, my girlfriend I have now.
Hey.
Fiance to be.
Bravo. Think about. I love that. And then
I know she'll be watching this.
Yeah.
Sure.
I love it. And then is there any sort of club nights, hospitality or experiences that you think, wow, that's an incredible event. I wish I had created that.
Oh yeah, what have I done recently? I really like the one in the sky dinner that they do on the crane.
Right.
Yeah, because obviously I like aviation flying. And it's quite intimate as well, because like you're all sat on this suspended cable on a crane in the middle of the air, and you like really talk to people. It's quite nice. Yeah, you don't really have your phone out because you're scared it's gonna drop. So you actually have conversations. So I think that's a really cool place, a cool spot for a day. I haven't seen it around lately though.
No, probably just. I think they had a construction thing going on, but it might come back in September.
Yeah. Really cool excursion to do, even as a group or with your partner as well.
I don't know, eating so high up. I don't know. I'm not too sure about it, you know.
The thing is, though, the thing is, if you don't want to look around and notice how high you are, that's fine, because you concentrate on the person next to you or your food. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones where it's like out the box. You know what I mean? If you want to be high, you look. But if you want to be in a conversation, you don't need to know you're high. So I like it for that reason.
Wicked.
But great. Back to that point you mentioned earlier about bringing people together and stuff. What a great example of, like, you have to be in the moment, you have to talk and get to know people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
And they could play music up there as well. It's got cool vibes, man. Really cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
So that's one of
nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, you survived.
They should pay me, man.
Well done.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, man. You lot are listening.
Exactly.
Here's my feet.
We could record up there. That would be interesting.
That would be good.
That would be interesting.
Wow.
I love it. Cool. Will you survive quickfire, man?
Well done.
Yeah. Oh,
Smashed
yes,
it.
man.
Smashed it.
Yeah. Wicked.
Come on.
Perfect.
So I'm going back to dating.
Okay.
And we just pretend your girlfriend isn't watching for a moment.
Okay.
But, like, talk to us about any stories you've heard or stories you've got about dates that have gone wrong, memorable ones.
Oh my God. Well, I'll tell you about the one, because this one's out. I'll tell you about the one that I was trying to tell you about earlier.
Yeah.
Happened in Sheesh. So I met this famous TV presenter. She works on This Morning sometimes and LBC. Anyway, we were friends and stuff. We met at a premiere, and I had my perfume brand at the time. So I remember saying she wanted to try some of the perfume. Anyway, we arranged to go for dinner. So I've gone to this dinner now in Sheesh. I've arranged it. Anyway, we're talking, and I remember I saying that she's got to go now. So I was like, cool, I'm going to walk her to the car. So I've gone to the car and I've looked up, right? And there was 3 paparazzis, like, across the road. There was like one, I don't know if you know Sheesh, Green Park and that.
Yeah.
So you got the Ritz over there, but where the car was I come out, turned left, the next left. I've looked across the road and I've given her a cuddle on the cheek and a kiss on the cheek, and they've snapped it. And I've like, what are you doing? Long lens cameras. And I said, they went, no, we come down for one of the Big Brother guys who's just come out. And then we saw you and Vanessa. I was like, no, that's fishy, man. So anyway, nothing happened for 2 weeks. Right? Then 2 weeks, it was Easter Friday, front page of the Mirror. Mr. Tinders with SFL and all this, bruv. Yeah. So that was crazy for me. It went on for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's that, yeah.
I don't know we're going to beat that one, John.
It was a bit mental. It was everywhere. Yeah. It was everywhere.
That's mad.
And also the age difference is So I'm 35. She's 62, I think it is. Yeah. So I was getting a lot of women her age talk to me and stuff as well. I'm walking down the street and I'm like, what is going on here, bro? Yeah, it's like I was in a different world, man. I'm mad.
God. You just opened up a whole new demographic.
Yeah, it was mad.
Yeah. You better stay away from bingo, bro.
It's
get
crazy,
mobbed.
bro. Yeah, it's crazy, honestly.
Oh wow, that is a great story.
She blocked me now, so it's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I love it. We talked a little bit about this, but one of the things I've seen work really well, and you guys just touched on it, is kind of having celebs, influencers, TV, reality stars hosting club nights. So before, a lot of the DJs would be the main attraction of the big app, but now you've got, one of the Geordie Shore lot or Jersey Shore people or whoever go and kick the Kardashians, go into the event, and people go in big time. And that I don't think that's a new thing, but it feels like a thing that's lasted the test of time. What do you think about that, and what do you think the future is for that sort of celeb hosting of parties?
I hope it, because you booked me once when I was going viral,
Yes.
So that was
Gilgamesh.
Cool. Yeah, Gilgamesh. Yeah, that was quite nice. That was a fun time. And also, wasn't there a time when Scott Disick came or something?
We did Scott Disick.
That was mental as well. And they really work, because when people watch these people on TV, or they respect what music they make, or they love their talent, then seeing them in real life is amazing. And also it pays the artist. Like, why not? Do you know what I mean? And what could happen as well, that could be streamed as well, So if people can't make it, they can pay to watch the stream and be there in the stream, because I think that's the way the world's going now as well. So there's another little
all right.
Yeah, if you get someone good and they're like in a party that someone wants to resonate with, and they can stream it.
Yeah.
I think that will just make as much money as them being there. Yeah.
I love to see some of the there's DJs now that are making a lot of money as DJs. Someone like Gokwan, for example.
Oh yeah. See, another big. I'm like the Gokwan of dating. Yeah. That's me. Yeah. He's like the fashion. I'm the dating.
Yeah. Oh wow.
You know,
when
you see him in Ibiza and all these amazing places, and it's just so good to see that he's used his I suppose celebrity status to flip into his loves and his passions, and people are responding to that.
But look at Idris Elba as well.
Yeah.
He's well known for his films. My man's just started up his own production company now, doing it himself, helping. Like when I met him at a premiere, he actually reposted me on Instagram.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think it's very nice to see a black man support another black guy.
Yeah.
And he was so humble, no ego, nothing like that. You know, like he had a chat with me. How
Brilliant.
I think going, and then if I want to message him, he'll write back on Insta. You know what I mean?
That's wicked.
Yeah, I think it's nice to have people around there like that as well.
It's so important. But do you guys think that model is going to keep working for another 10 years? Do you think it's going to get bigger and even more important? What's your views?
I think the main problem is that now you can contact the artist directly.
Yeah.
Back in the days, you couldn't get through to them.
Yeah.
So the idea of going somewhere to see them was like, oh, I have to see them.
Yeah.
And now you can follow their Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah.
It's kind of defeated the whole situation. But but you know what? You just need people to say, look, I want to go and see that person in real life.
Yeah.
And if they want to be surrounded by the same type of people in the industry, we need to bring it back, but we got to bring it back in a different way. Yeah. Maybe try, don't know, like DJ AG's doing it really well. He's doing the stream outside the King's Cross Station.
Yeah.
So
you know him?
He DJ'd for us a few times over the years. So now when you see him doing his thing, you're like, well, you DJs missed out. He jumped into an industry where he was just DJing normally, and he thought, you know what, I'm going to do this outside.
Yeah, and bring the people together. That's his whole thing.
And he's got deals with Live Nation, big artists now.
Oh, yeah.
So every time...
Drake brought him out the other day.
Yeah, the Wireless.
Wireless,
yeah.
Can you imagine, bro? Drake was like, hey, G, come on stage, bro.
He's massive. He's massive. So, like, if you wanted to book someone, he's probably the first guy you want to book. Yeah. And second of all, look, he's showing up all the DJs.
Yeah.
And he's showing you how to do it.
Yeah.
So streaming and making yourself loud is so important.
But I think it's interesting to touch on this a bit more, because for me, that's also the danger for the next generation, because everything looks immediate. Like, a lot of people who are following him now, they think, oh wow, you just get, you know, hundreds, thousands of people to turn up to King's Cross. He was doing it when
it was raining.
He had like a couple of people in the background when no one was watching, and that's the thing. Like, people think these moments are like immediate. Even your success and your journey, you know,
15
these
years
things don't happen overnight, and I think it's important we sort of highlight the journey to this success. You know,
15 years it took me. In the modelling industry.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you a story. My agency, MOT Models, they believed in me. They liked me because of my ambition. I was ambitious and I was motivated. I went air cadets. I like aviation. Yeah. I worked in Hamleys, Harrods. I was on QVC, the shopping channel. They saw something more to me than my looks. Yeah. And then what happened was there's this guy called Ray. He said, "Look, I'm gonna sign you." Yeah. Because I was going backwards and forwards. These pictures, all right. It was for years, and then they finally went, "I'm gonna sign you." Yeah. And they went like, it's gonna be hard for you. I was always gonna be like the token guy in a. It was like this. They needed one black guy for the commercial. Yeah. Okay. And I'd be that guy for years, for like 8 or 9 years. And I remember the transition. It took 10 years for me to land my first big job. 10 years, and it was with Ridley Scott. I'd done the Hennessy Worldwide commercial, so I flew to Prague. Wow. And it was funny because when I went to the casting. I was hungover. I nearly never went. Yeah. And it was a fly-in one. So obviously I've got experience from flying. So they put a swimming hat on me and they was like, sit down, can you pretend, like look over there, look over there. And for some reason, because I was hungover, I was so present in a plane, And I didn't think anything of it. I was like, I tried my best. Before I got home, I got a call from an agency, said, they called you back. Can you go to East London now for a fitting? It was literally straight after. So I went there and boom, that was my first big job, like 10 years later, like 30 grand. Yeah, and then buyout. I got buyout for like 2-3 years after as well. So yeah, that was a big job for me.
Oh, well done, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
So
good.
yeah, these things take a long time to work. Like if you want something, then work hard. Like you doing. I've known you for years. I've seen you drive. Your drive.
Yeah.
You know, you had the office. You have your team.
Yeah.
And you've never given up. Some nights were hard.
Yeah.
You're
silent.
You never get too stressed. Yeah.
I still see it now.
Yeah, but you've been grafted. So I respect that, man.
Yeah.
There's something about staying in the game
Yeah.
that like it's not easy for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, but like staying in the game, plugging away at it, opportunities will come. So I think it's a great message again of positivity to people listening to your story.
Obviously, with you as well, Lee, we had a conversation before about you scaling your company up as well.
Yeah.
That stuff's not easy to do.
No.
It sounds easy, but there's a lot of days where you're like, I'm going to give up.
Totally.
Sweats and tears, you know what I mean? But like for you, the reward afterwards is
positive.
priceless.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, for sure.
So it shows that you should really, instead of focusing on, obviously I want this goal, but it's all about experience really.
Yeah, it's a journey, isn't it?
And I think some people, they see it online and they get it straight away.
Yeah.
Like I've seen businesses blow up straight away after 9 months. They've gone viral, 2 million, booming. But really...
But have they though?
Exactly.
Have they rebranded?
That's correct. Yeah. So I think it's sometimes people need to realise, even if you've been in a game for like 20 years or so, sometimes it's that one project you get, it can just blow up in front of you, and you're like, you know what, I know what to do now.
Yeah.
No one get in my way.
Yeah.
And I think that's an important thing that people need to understand is you rather the time.
Yeah.
Time is so important.
Yeah. I want to touch on like the hard times and
Hardship.
failure and stuff like that. Just because we're in this moment, like I'd love to hear a bit about like sort of some of the challenging moments you've had while you've been growing your brand. I know you're Mr. Positive.
Obviously,
there are tough
straight up.
times.
You know what?
It's great to hear about some of those challenging moments for you.
Yeah, so one of the things I always do, just for the record, is like if I ever have any negative experience, whether it's with a woman, whether it's with a business, family, someone in the train station, someone in a car, I'll always change the negative to positive. And so if I have that negative thought, I use social media to change the negative to positive. So, you know, I can give you an analogy, but you get the point. So I'll always make that positive, and people resonate with that. So that's one of the skills I use on social media. And yeah, going through, so like I explained to you before, got signed with an agency. You know, I was always here, there, couple hundred there, couple hundred. I could never go full time as a model, you know. And it took 10 years of doing that. I used to go to other agencies. I used to get shut the door on. You know, I used to get told stuff. You know, like so I was too skinny. There was always something. So there was a lot of rejection growing up. And I was an air cadet as well.
Yeah.
So I was never able to go to the top ranks.
Okay.
I was always held back in my life. But I always wanted to be a pilot. So I used to put up with it and find a solution for every problem. TV as well. I always wanted to be on a main show. Like, I never quite got there. Like I was always in there on one episode, not on the full thing. I just kept going. And I'm like, it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. I just kept going and enjoying the process as I've gone. And you know what? Now I'm declining things. I'm like, that's not for me. And it's weird. It's like the things that I wanted, I don't even want anymore. Because I'm like, that's not where I want to position myself. So it's funny. Sometimes you've got to be careful with what you wish for as well. Because there was obviously a reason why I wasn't that main guy on that show. Because I wouldn't be where I am now.
Yeah,
you know?
true.
So yeah, you got to appreciate the journey.
Yeah, that's
100%.
it. So like, what's the goals now? What are you going to focus on? Because you've got quite a lot of projects you're working on, you're focusing on. You got your music. You're definitely, that sounds wicked.
Yeah.
Tell us about it actually.
Yeah. So I worked. Well, I've got 3 songs out. I met a guy called Joe Edwards.
Yeah.
I was in a party once and met him in the toilet. Was chatting to him for like, I don't know, you chat to people in the toilet for like, I think it was like an hour and 10 minutes. So I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Anyway, it turns out he was a musician. Band named Deepest Blue. And I said to him, oh, look, I've got this accolade. I really want to write a song about it. He got excited. And I remember like a week later, he called me up and said, do you want to come to the studio? Gone to the studio now, written this song. It was called Swipe Right. That was the first song. Joel Edwards introduced me to a lot of musicians. A lot of musicians. He met Stuart Trevor, All Saints founder, introduced me to him. Then Stuart Trevor introduced me to the drummer in Placebo Band.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, I'm friends with the blue, because I look like Simon Webb.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, Tinchy, Strider, everyone, Wiley, all these musicians, I realised, hold on, I'm around all these musicians all the time. And I think fashion and music sort of goes in. And I've always told a story through the things I wear. You know, like when I go on a shoot, like it's not just standing in front of a camera, it's like, what message am I, like, I'm trying to sell this shirt, so who am I selling to? And you really got, it's an art. People don't understand the art of it. And I found that music was a really good way of expressing things like problems, feelings, like, and stuff like that. So I started writing, and the latest song's called Karma. It's very meaningful. And it's not about bad karma, it's about good karma as well. So if you do good things in life, that will come back to you, and be positive, and positive things will happen. But if you're negative and you do bad things, that will happen too. So yeah, Basement, Nathan X, who's part of Basement Jacks, produced it for me. It took 3 years. I remember sitting in the back of a car after Steve Norman's gig, part of Spandau Ballet. And we played this song, and he was like, "Oh, mate, I want to jump on it." That's how good it was 3 years ago. So we worked on it. Now it's amazing. So you can listen to it in a gym. You can listen to it on the way to work. You're having a shower with your mates, in a festival. Literally, it's so diverse and meaningful. I want you to listen to it. It's sick. You can stream it everywhere. Right? Yeah, you will really like it.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
So it's modelling, music, and running your celebrity...
Marketing. Yeah. And you know what? It's funny because with the marketing, things come under it. So like all the brands that I made, like Pier 47, fragrance brand is in Selfridges at the minute. I've based that around the pheromones of love. So so they got pheromones in it. If you have 2 of them, it attracts different people. And it's in the technology department because of the technology in it.
Love it.
Yeah, which you don't really find. Technology. So but all the brands that I have come under the marketing. So once you know how to market something, even the music, because I love marketing and I've got such a good network, it's a no-brainer.
That's
so
wicked.
And I love helping other people as well. So the marketing agency looking to scale it up. Might need your help. Want to scale it up to like multi-million-pound company then exit. Then live somewhere hot
and enjoy.
Just enjoy, bro.
Like, what advice would you give to the people who are listening about how to get into the music industry and also how to manage your day to day? Because you manage quite a lot of companies. So especially like, what advice would you give to someone?
So if you want to get into the music industry, it's a very, very tough world. Like even in the fashion world, very, very tough. And I think it's such a small world. Like smaller than property, smaller than fashion. That world is tiny. Like I've been in it, and I've had people following me on Instagram for years, and I'm starting to realise who they are. They're so humbled. You'll never know that's Sony A&R or this person. And if you mess one person around, you're messed up because it's tiny. Literally, all the labels know each other. You know, like Spotify. Like, so you've got to be very strategic in this game, and you've got to have a very good plan, and it's not cheap. Like obviously with labels, they've got to really believe in you, and it takes years for them to see your progress, for them to give you £500,000 to make videos and do that. But remember, you've got to give it back.
Alone.
So just love what you do. Network with the right people. And if someone comes on board and helps you, then be loyal and stick with them. Don't be going to other little circles because it will come back and bite you.
100%.
Wow, there's some messages in there.
Bro.
Messages.
That's messages.
Bro, fantastic.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
I love, man.
Thank you very much. That was wicked.